Hello guys, so today we'll be discussing about branch chain amino acid metabolism. So before getting into the topic, let me introduce myself. I am Jivika Mohan, a first year MBBS student at Madras Medical College, MMC, located in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. I secured an All India rank of 747 in the NEET UG 2023 with a score of 690 on 720. I also cleared JEE mains with a percentile of 99.04. I am an NTSC scholar and I have also qualified KVPY and NMPC. So without much further ado, let's move into the topic. So today we'll be discussing about branch chain amino acid metabolism. Branch chain amino acids particularly refer to three amino acids: leucine, isoleucine and valine. So let us look into their structures. Leucine, isoleucine and valine, all of their side chains are going to have a branch. So over here I have marked the side chains, highlighted them in blue. We can see a methyl branch in valine and another branch in isoleucine as well as a branch in leucine. So that is why we refer to these amino acids as the branch chain amino acids. And also all of these branch chain amino acids are essential, that is they need to be taken up in the diet. Branch chain amino acids like leucine are ketogenic, valine is glucogenic, while isoleucine is both ketogenic and glucogenic. We'll see the reason for this later. Moving on to the metabolism. Metabolism of all three branch chain amino acids are going to be the same for the first three steps, and all of these first three steps are going to be catalyzed by a common enzyme. So the first step of this metabolism is transamination, followed by oxidative decarboxylation and dehydrogenation. So all of these amino acids are transaminated to their corresponding alpha keto acid, and this alpha keto acid is then going to be oxidatively decarboxylated by our enzyme complex branch chain alpha keto acid dehydrogenase complex, right? So we also refer to it as the BCADC complex, right? So this complex is similar to that of our pyruvate dehydrogenase complex because it requires the same 5 coenzymes as pyruvate dehydrogenase complex does. So it requires coenzyme A, thymine pyrophosphate, NAD+, FAD and lipoic acid, right? So once it has been oxidatively decarboxylated to its corresponding acyl CoA thioester, it is going to be acted upon by dehydrogenase enzymes which are FAD dependent. So this step is similar, the third step is similar to the first step of beta oxidation of fatty acids, and then the remaining steps are different for different amino acids. So let us look into the metabolism in detail. Over here we can see that valine, isoleucine and leucine are first transaminated into their particular alpha keto acids. These alpha keto acids are then oxidatively decarboxylated by our enzyme branch chain alpha keto acid dehydrogenase complex into their particular acyl CoA thioester, and then they are dehydrogenated by dehydrogenases which are FAD dependent. Subsequently, valine is going to form propionyl CoA, and this propionyl CoA is then going to form succinyl CoA which enters into the TCA cycle, and this is the reason why we refer valine to as a glucogenic amino acid. When we look into the case of isoleucine, it is going to form both propionyl CoA and acetyl CoA. Propionyl CoA can form succinyl CoA which later on enters the TCA cycle, while acetyl CoA is going to help in ketone body formation. So therefore isoleucine is a partially ketogenic and glucogenic amino acid. In case of leucine, it forms HMG-CoA. HMG-CoA is going to be involved in cholesterol biosynthesis and also ketone body formation since it forms acetyl-CoA and acetoacetate. So therefore, leucine is a purely ketogenic amino acid. So moving on to the disorders of branch chain amino acid metabolism, we have two particular disorders. One is maple syrup urine disease, also referred to as branch chain ketoaciduria, and the other one is isovaleric aciduria. So by the name branch chain ketoaciduria, we can interpret that the branch chain keto acids are going to appear in the urine, right? So this particular disease is an autosomal recessive disease. It is congenital. It is an inborn error of metabolism. So here the defect is going to be in the branch chain alpha keto acid dehydrogenase enzyme. So let's look into the metabolism once again. Let's say that this particular step, oxidative decarboxylation, is not going to occur in all three amino acids. Then the amount of amino acid is going to get elevated in the plasma along with their corresponding alpha keto acids, and this is what is going to happen in maple syrup urine disease. There is an accumulation of this branch chain amino acid as well as their alpha keto acid in blood, urine and cerebrospinal fluid. And since these alpha keto acids are going to be present in urine, they impart a maple syrup or burnt sugar odor to the urine. So symptoms of this disorder include dehydration, vomiting, metabolic acidosis and maple syrup odor in the urine. And if this is going to be left untreated, it may lead to coma, mental retardation and even death within a year of birth. So diagnosis involves elevated levels of branch chain amino acid in the plasma, and treatment is dietary restriction of these branch chain amino acids, that is valine, leucine and isoleucine. Also in such patients, the plasma and urinary levels of branch chain amino acids are going to be constantly monitored, and along with this we give thiamine supplementation, because if there is some amount of enzyme which is going to be present, its activity can be enhanced by thiamine. So therefore thiamine supplementation is given, since the enzyme requires thiamine pyrophosphate as a coenzyme. Right. Let us look into the other disorder, isovaleric aciduria. In case of isovaleric aciduria, the leucine catabolism is going to be affected, and the enzyme deficient here is isovaleryl CoA dehydrogenase. That is, dehydrogenation of the leucines acyl CoA thiester is not going to occur. So isovaleryl CoA is not going to be dehydrogenated into beta methyl crotonyl CoA, right? So in this case we can see that the patient has metabolic acidosis due to the increased keto acids, and also neurological deficits are seen. There is an offensive odor which is seen in the urine, which helps in diagnosis, and also there is an odor of sweaty feet in such patients. Isovaleric aciduria is also congenital. It is an autosomal recessive disorder. And this completes a session on branch chain amino acid metabolism. Thank you.